300,000 Venezuelans had their TPS revoked and are now under threat of being sent back to Venezuela. So even those who did it the right way, even those who had overwhelmingly voted for Donald Trump, is now being under threat of being deported back to their countries. Shut the hell up, Anton Daniels. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Start to begin to tell this news and what I am about to ask for, that I am asking everyone watching this video so desperately to help me and my family. Hello, everyone. This is my father, Luis. He's currently being detained in an ICE detention center. Trying to just read this off what I have originally written in my GoFundMe for an update. He was first detained in the detention center in Elizabeth, New Jersey, and has now been moved to a detention center in Texas. And his whereabouts of what specific detention center is still unknown. On Tuesday, February 11th, my dad was on his way to work early in the morning around 6 a.m. when an officer asked him for his ID. In a moment of panic of fear, my dad knew what was coming. My father is a hardworking, caring, loving, and godly man with no criminal record. He has been nothing but kind, not only to his family, but to his friends, his neighbors, and entire community. To know my father is to know that he would never hurt a fly or cause anyone harm. He has lived in this country for 30 years and has faced unimaginable hardships, including 2 brain tumors and more recently a stroke that has left him fragile. He is in no condition to be in this situation. For so many years, my father has worked tirelessly to provide for our family. He's one of the many immigrants who have contributed to this country's economy, yet he has struggled with the legal system, facing severe challenges in obtaining his papers.
Wait, so, I'm all for the sympathy play, and you know me, I'm always going to link back to the content creators. So if y'all want to go and donate to the GoFundMe or anything like that, or you just want to go and support the content creator, regardless of what I say, I may be in support. I may actually hold some people accountable. You're more than welcome to do so. The link will be in the description. I always like to give credit to the content creator, regardless of whether I agree with it or not. All right, so that's number one. Number two, make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Some phenomenal things. Got 3 videos dropping this week. And then number 3, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Now, just trying to make sure that I put this story together right. She said that he was on his way to work, but then at the same time, she's saying that he is in a fragile condition and is no condition to be going through what he's going through right now because of all of his medical history or whatever it is that's going on. And I'm trying to figure out, is it either or? Is it both? Or is this the play for sympathy? Honestly, I'm genuinely trying to understand, like, if you're well enough to be able to do what you need to do and drive and go to work and all of this stuff, how are you in a too fragile of a state to be able to deal with whatever it is that you're dealing with as far as being in the country?
Well, that's the easy answer, Antoine. Her father can be in a state where he needs medication, where he needs certain amount of hours of rest. Going to work doesn't mean that, just because he works doesn't mean that he's not fragile. It depends on what the type of job he has to do as well. He could be sitting behind a desk on a computer for 3 or 4 or 5 hours a day, whatever the hours of that, that he's working. So you can be in a fragile state and you can still do work, but when you're sitting in a fucking ICE detention center and you don't have your medication, you have just stress of going through what he's going through and thinking about it himself, and more likely he's probably thinking about his family. Of course, it's going to put him in even a more fragile state.
Illegally. Just a question. I'm not judging yet. Just a question. Let's continue to hear the story.
Unfortunately, he had been misled in the past by dishonest lawyers who had given him false hope for a better future. My father means everything to me. He has shown me what it means to start from nothing, to build a life with hard work and sacrifice. As the eldest child in his family in Ecuador, he took responsibility by providing for his loved ones. He came to this country, fell in love with my mother.
Another thing too, if you look at the pictures that she's showing of her father, you can see that he is not a strong man. You can see there is things that are, you know, you can just look at the picture and see something is wrong with them.
And gave my sister and I a life filled with love and support. I am proud to be my father's daughter, and I will do everything in my power to reunite him with our family. Luis is a father, a husband, a brother, a son, and a loving man who has sacrificed so much for those he loves. Now it is my turn to fight for him. And I am asking, so desperately, and I apologize for it, for any possible help to cover legal fees and other expenses to ensure that this nightmare ends. Please help me fight this battle for him. I love and miss him so dearly, and I cannot bear another night without my father. And to God.
Listen, man, I get it. I understand that this is a personal situation and everybody got stuff that they're going through in their lives, but I got questions. I have questions. I know that other people may disagree with me, but I got questions. I'm not critical.
Fuck your questions, Anton Daniels. Who the fuck are you to be trying to question what this family is going through, what this young lady here is going through? Who the fuck cares about your questions?
And I just got questions. Question A. So you've been here for 30 years. 30 years. I don't doubt that you're hardworking. I don't doubt that you may even be a decent person. I don't doubt that you abide by the law for the most part, outside of the fact that you came into the country illegally.
And that is enough for you to call him a criminal because he came over here illegally. You said so in other videos. You also said that Trump was only going to go after the hardcore criminals, the gang members, the rapists, and the murderers. And I was doing videos countering that. I told people that this clown, you, Anton Daniels, didn't know what the hell you were talking about. That Trump is going after anybody that came over here without papers. And you sat your monkey ass on your goddamn live streams and your videos, and you said that Trump was only going after hardened criminals. But I knew that was a lie. You knew it was a lie when you were saying it.
But you came into the country illegally, and let's just say hypothetically, what is it, 2025, 1995. Let's say you came into the country in 1995. Are you telling me that for 30 years, because, and this is the logic behind it, if somebody commits a crime and then they go to jail, right? And let's say, for example, they break out of jail and they then change their life and they've been doing.
Here we going with this dumbass analogies that this clown always come up with. He's been here for 30 years. Yes, he didn't get his proper documents. Yes, he didn't become a citizen. Yes. That still doesn't change the fact that the man was over here for 30 years, hadn't committed a goddamn crime, took care of his family, worked hard. Probably was working so hard it probably caused the strokes that he had and the brain issues that he was having because he was over here working so hard for his family. And you sit your monkey ass up here and want to question what this family is going through. Nobody cares, Anton Daniels, about your questions.